Yo, welcome back to another episode of Bitch, I Got My Pot. And today I'm going to be doing something a little simple for y'all. Something very, very simple for y'all, okay? So I ain't going to try too much. I'm going to smother a little chicken from scratch. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't know nothing about that. That means you was probably growing up as a fortunate kid. Probably had your own room. Probably got an allowance. Had a nanny. Probably never got a beating. Probably growing up with your mom and your daddy. You had a dog and all that. Me, all I had was welfare, food stamps, WIC, and I had the phone in my name when I was 3 years old. So I've had bad credit for over 40 years. So y'all can stop telling me about your 800 credit score, especially if you ain't using it. Everybody brag, oh, my credit score 780, my credit score 800. You ain't using it for nothing. You about the dumbest I ever been. Hey man, and before we go any further, I want to say my condolences goes out to the whole Amigos family, Takeoff, his family, his kids, whoever, friends and close ones and loved ones. It's tragic that a lot of our famous people are now dead because of society and how society presents itself and how society shows no mercy to life at all. And it's bad that I'm still in my 40s, and I know and have more late and lost fans and friends than my grandma do, and they in their 80s and 90 years old. It's sad that the age of a kid's life, the natural life now, maybe 21 years old, it's our fault. I ain't gonna say y'all, I'm gonna say our fault. Because it's up to us to identify with who we having babies with and who we having babies from. It's up to you as a man or woman, as a mother or father, to know that for the rest of your life, that you are responsible for what that child learns, what that child eats, what that child do, who that child befriends, and the child mind frame. It's up to you to realize that one day if you a mama, you probably be a grandma, an auntie, an uncle, a granddaddy, a cousin, or somebody in life. If they don't fear you, they ought to fear God and the police. If you grow up trying to be your children's friend, they need to kick your ass out the country. I'll be right back. Keep it locked. If you ain't subscribed, go subscribe right now to Bitch, I Got My Pot.
I'm Tamara, and this is another episode of Trick Daddies, Bitch, I Got My Pots. This next artist low-key dominated both mainstream and the streets back in 2020 with his album, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, which is now double platinum, really putting on for Compton. But like I always say, unlike back in the day, artists sell more singles than full bodies of work. So, with that being said, here are the top 5 highest selling Roddy Rich singles of all time in the United States. Number 5, Every Season. It was released on October 18, 2018, and it went platinum on July 15, 2019. And this song kind of went viral on the internet after Roddy Rich did an acoustic version of it. You know those videos of Einer Banks, the man who plays the ukulele, as the rapper raps or sings one of their songs to his melodies? He has done it with the likes of Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, Y&W Melly, and more. But his most popular one was with Roddy Rich singing his song Every Season. It garnered over 11.2 million views on YouTube as of today. And after a month after the acoustic version came out, he released the actual song, and it was a hit with bars like, I just been balling out every season, know what's something? I left in the bleachers. Cause they was on the sidelines watching him win. Whew. This man's a genius. Number 4, Die Young. It was released on July 3rd, 2018, and it went 2 times multi-platinum on May 1st, 2020. And this song was a bop, but it was also a cry for help for the boys in the hood that die young, or anybody for that matter. It was on his Feed the Streets 2 mixtape, so he went double platinum off a mixtape. Side note, every season was also on that mixtape. Number 3, High Fashion featuring DJ Mustard. It was released on December 6, 2019, and it went 4 times multi-platinum on December 6, 2021. And we all felt like money when the song dropped. I mean, who didn't want to choose between a G-Wagon or a Rover? Or try out a Go-Yard? For those of you who don't know what a Go-Yard is, it's a luxury brand that is on the rise. And you know I had to snag one of those green totes. And it's hanging up in the closet still. Number 2, Ballin'. It was released on June 27, 2019, and it went 6 times multi-platinum on November 19, 2021. And this one took us back to 1996, opening with a flow-down clip of 702's Get It Together. And this song was definitely a radio hit and still is. With number 1, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing ee-oo. We got The Box. Released December 6, 2019, it went 10 times multi-platinum December 6, 2021. This song dominated 2020, but don't it remind you of when Walmart was open 24 hours a day and we were socializing freely? You know, right before the pandemic, this song took the world by storm, and kids and grown people loved this song, and you couldn't escape it, but did you even want to? And I'm not surprised it's a diamond record. After the major impact this song had on the industry, I still want to know what exactly is The Box. And remember, this list is not an opinion. It is based on album sales in the United States. Facts. Courtesy of the RIAA. What top 5 would you like to see me do next? Jump in the comments and tell us. Either way, I'm Tamara, and this has been another Top 5 on Trick Daddy. I got my pots.
I got my pots. Yo, welcome back to I Got My Pots. And like I was saying about your kids, you got to control your kids. What they do, how they think, how they feel, how they live. You are responsible for it. When I grew up, there wasn't it wasn't a thing as, oh, my baby don't eat this, my baby don't eat that. I couldn't go to my mama and tell her something about a grown person. I couldn't go to my mama and tell her my teacher don't like me. I couldn't call the police when I got my ass whooped for being disrespectful. And my mama damn sure can't hang in the same places that I hang at, because I couldn't hang in the places she hang at. All y'all going to the club with your kids, trying to hang out with your kids. Y'all are f***ing up the world. There's positions that need to be played. If you give birth to a child, you got to raise that child. Not until that child is 18 years old, but until that child is old enough or smart enough or well off enough to raise themselves and take care of themselves. You are responsible for that child. I want all y'all to know that. So when it comes to the fact that your child is being disrespectful or disobedient, you need to be blamed. I read somewhere where a couple somewhere in some part of the United States, and I don't want to get it right. I have my girl Tamara to go over it and research it and enlighten y'all a little more on what's going on. But the mother and father is arrested, is locked up because the kid had access to bullshit and they had knowledge of the things that the kids was thinking and doing. And I think that should be the case. If your kids do something to somebody and you know better or had clues or signs that that child was detrimental or destructive or that child was suicidal or planning something horrific on a large scale, you need to get your kids help. You need to notify the police or you need to watch their ass. If not, you go to jail for what they did. I'm tired of making up excuses for them. You go to jail for what they did. And it's always, as soon as a little black kid does something wrong, it's that the little black kid is a menace to society. When a little white kid does something wrong, it's always he been dealing with mental health since he was a little kid. He been on his meds and he need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, all this, but he had time to plan out and commit murder a mayhem on a large scale. It's always when a bunch of black people get together and try to organize something that we're considered as a game, while others are considered as organizations. Y'all stay woke. I'm telling you what's going on. I don't like playing the race card. That's why I very seldom do. But when the facts still stick out, it makes you ask yourself, if everybody knows these things, why are they still happening? Why are they constantly reoccurring over and over and over and over again? Because as long as y'all go against each other, you ain't gonna never be together. It's gonna take all of us to make a change, to make a difference. Everybody's always talking political. I never tell you who to vote for. I don't want to be responsible for nobody making the wrong call. But I tell you who not to vote for. Don't vote for nobody that deemed to be selfish, prejudiced, or racist. Don't vote for nobody that's not for all people. Don't vote for nobody that's not for equality. Don't vote for nobody that's have not experienced the things that you experience on your level, because they'll never understand you. And for you people who don't vote, y'all the problem. Y'all the problem. Y'all the reason. Because you're always quick to say, well, there ain't no sense to voting, there ain't nothing gonna happen. Dumbass. You sound ignorant. You are ignorant. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Vote for somebody who you believe in. And let me tell you something. When it comes to politics, I know it's crazy. You sit there, you watch a one candidate commercial, and it's trash talking the other candidate. And there's a line of things over and over and over and again. Did y'all realize this is the same lady that's talking on all the commercials? She playing both sides and y'all falling for it. Get out and do your own homework, your own research. When they having these state hall meetings and when they doing this debating, tune in, even for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Listen to what they got to say. If they ain't saying nothing, they don't got nothing to say, they don't got nothing to stand for. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Keep it locked right here. The I got my pot. I got my pots. Yo, welcome back to I Got My Pots. Remember, if you haven't subscribed by now, you need to do so. Okay? If you're ever in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, go by Sunday's Eatery. A place where you can get a Sunday's meal 6 days a week. Matter of fact, it's the original home of the fried ribs. You know, you tell them I see it there. Shout out to all my boys that doing time in the state pen, the federal penitentiary, county jails, work release centers, halfway houses, all over the world. Shouts out to everybody that's out on bond and on the run. Shouts out to my boy who got the #1 magazine in the federal system right now. If you ain't subscribed to it, subscribe to it now. It's the Kite magazine. This month edition got Kodak on the front cover. It's very informative. It's trying to teach you what's going on in the street. It's trying to show you what laws have been changed. And it's also going to expose all you rats out there, okay? So be very, very careful. We will exterminate every rat in the house, okay? Just know that. Kite magazine. And you let them know TWD approved this message right here, all right? You know, they always tell me, Trick, you always showing love. That's what I do. I hate giving people props for things that they do because they supposed to do it. If I consider myself the Dade County 305 mayor, I have to represent Miami-Dade County 305. And Chronic might not agree with it, but the Miami Dolphins is the best team in the league right now. Now, my University of Miami Hurricanes acting real soft, but don't worry about it. Give my coach a minute. Right now, he's playing with somebody else's kids. His recruit's coming up in the next 2 years. We're going to be all right. I don't care what happens. As long as we beat Florida State ass next week, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Florida Marlins, a Miami Marlins now, even though we do a lot of stupid shit. Like, every time we win the World Series, we trade the best players. Every time somebody get hot, you never see the best players no more. That's dumb. My Panthers, and of course, the Miami Heat. And shouts out to the LA Lakers, because they finally won the game. Supposed to be all that. All you Laker fans, you only Laker fans because at the time you started watching basketball, the Lakers had the toughest team in the NBA. So I'm just throwing it out there. Nothing against my LA dudes. You know, I with the West Coast now. I'm talking about you Miami LA fans. Shouts out to them, man. And I want to give also a shout out to everybody. If y'all don't know it or not, this year marks my 25th anniversary of my career. And I've been doing my 25th anniversary tour all over the country. I started in Miami, went to Tampa. Next week up, we got Jacksonville the week before Christmas. That's December 17th. If you ain't got the tickets, go get them now. Shouts out to everybody who's played a part of this already. Shouts out to CeeLo. Shouts out to Juvie. JT Money, of course. Ball Greasy. Trina. Mike Smith. Shout out to everybody that's been really showing me love. Plies. And 8 Ball and MJG. Shout out to who else was on the show? See? Uncle Luke, Disco Rick. Remember Disco Rick bought the little stripper about this little, it popped up by the suitcase. I'm like, what the? And shouts out to everybody that like all my albums from day one, from Based on a True Story all the way to Finally Famous. Appreciate y'all. I did it for y'all. I do it for y'all. And I don't know anything else would be uncivilized. You know what I'm saying? Anything else would be uncivilized. And speaking of hip hop, we're gonna talk about some real hip hop news, some sad news when we come back. Some things that you probably don't remember. I know back in the days we lost Biggie and Tupac, two of the best. Matter of fact, the two best ever did it. And we know that a lot of things happen. We lose famous people over and over and over again. Prince and Michael Jackson and Luther. It's like, I lost my godmama, the legendary great Miss Betty Wright. I'm like, damn. Are we gonna have any legends that's living? Any living legends? Are we? We'll talk about it when we get right back. Keep it locked up. I got my pot. Yo, welcome back to another episode of I Got My Pots. And if I offended anybody earlier about anything I said, I just want to throw that out there. I hate apologetic ass people. If you apologize to me, that means you knew the shit you was doing was wrong. And I feel like opinions like without them you don't have none, and you're full of shit. There's a lot of things that's been going on in hip hop lately. This week, this year, this month, this whole new generation, what they call the culture. Y'all realize how many hip hop artists been killed just this year alone? Do y'all realize that? Young Dolph. Let's see, Draco the Ruler. Snooty Wild, Trouble, Young, Jada Youngin, P&B Rock, and now Takeoff. I doubt if any of these artists got into the rap game to die. I think all these artists got in the rap game to get out the streets. Matter of fact, I'm about positive, about confidence that I'm 100% sure that rap saved my life. Hip hop saved my life. The culture, you're not supposed to die about it. Not this, you're not supposed to die about it. This is supposed to take you somewhere. It's supposed to get you through it. This is supposed to get you to express yourself. This is supposed to open you up and to open the eyes of the younger and to make the older realize that how the generations now have changed and is constantly changing. You're not supposed to die about hip hop. My next artist grew up in a neighborhood. My next guest grew up in a neighborhood, same as I. So I want y'all to know one thing. I don't care where you stay at. I don't care if you stay in the mountains, in the woods, in the city, in the country. Some type of way, murder, death, homicides, it seems to hit you right in the front porch. It seems to hit you right in your gut. My next artist was shot several times. But unlike a lot of the ones I mentioned earlier, he was able to survive. So I brought him on the show today, and we gonna talk about it. Y'all give it up for Conway, the machine right now. On I Got My Pots.
Yeah.
What they
What's
do,
up,
my
there,
boy?
dog?
What
How
they
you?
do? What they do,
Man, thanks for having me, man.
So yeah, like I was talking about, did you realize how many artists was killed this year before I went to naming off the list?
Yeah, I kind of did. I didn't know it was that many, but once you start naming them names, man, it's, the shit kind of like, damn, that shit was all this year, and it's still like 2 months left in a year.
Right, 2 whole months, because today is just the 2nd or the 3rd?
Right.
Like.
Today my Prodigy birthday. Rest in peace, P.
Shout out to Prodigy, R.I.P. to Prodigy, man. And you was in a situation where a lot of people are not familiar with, but I am. You was shot.
Yeah.
You was shot in the face. And how many times were you shot?
I got shot 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
But you was able to survive it by the grace of God.
Right.
And you ain't stopped yet.
Right.
You was never known to go into hiding and was this an isolated incident? Were you beefing? Was it because I know you come from a rough neighborhood. What neighborhood you representing?
I'm from May Street, Buffalo, New York, on the east side.
That's upstate New York for y'all who don't know.
Right. East
But
side,
upstate,
Buffalo.
y'all probably don't know. See, I know Buffalo kind of wild because the Bills fans come down here trying us. They come down here trying us. In every Buffalo Miami game that's ever been at the Dolphin Stadium, there's some hand throwing at that.
No, that's a fact, man. The mafia be showing up, man. Every city, every game. You know what I mean?
Every game. So with your situation, that when you got shot, is that situation a dead situation? Is that something that you move forward from? And is everything now being that you started the record label is successful now?
Yeah. It's a dead situation. It's pretty much a dead situation. You know what I mean? It was kind of like, I don't know, wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. You know what I mean? The shit wasn't really for me. You know what I mean? Because I was living in Atlanta at the time, and I had just came back to Buffalo to get in the studio and work on some music with French Montana. This before any of this rap shit took off for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And my man had put the play together like, yo, come back to the town. We gotta, gonna get in the studio with the and cook up. And we ended up going to the club like the next day or two or whatever, and, did like some whole, following, leaving the club type shit.
Right.
And sprayed the back of the truck up, you know what I mean? I was with a couple of the homies and shit in the whip, so.
Anybody get killed?
Yeah, me and my little cousin Hammer, man. Shout out my Bees. Word, he got hit in his legs and shit, cause he was in like.
But nobody got left. Nobody got
got left. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Those are for any one of y'all out there, from y'all so-called gangsters, man. Get your man. If you ain't got, get your man, man.
Yeah.
All that shooting up the car, shooting up the crowd, shit. Go get your man if you feel that bad about it, man.
Right.
So you got Benny the Butcher. You got one of your little cousins on the label too.
Yeah, my little cousin Goose, you know what I mean? He on my label, Drum Work, but Griselda Records is me, Benny, and Westside Gun.
Westside Gun.
Benny, my cousin, West, my brother.
And Benny is from. Benny ain't from upstate.
No, he from Buffalo.
He from Buffalo too.
Yeah,
I didn't think Benny was from Buffalo.
He from a couple streets over. He from Montana Bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. We all grew up together, and you know what I'm saying. And rest in peace, Machine Gun Black. You know what I mean? He was.
A lot of people hear about New York and they thinking Harlem. They thinking Brooklyn.
Right.
They thinking the Bronx. They don't know about Syracuse. Rochester, Buffalo. They don't know that this shit's going down. And I try to remind people, New York is not a city; it's a state, yo.
Yeah.
Like in Florida, you got Tampa, you got Orlando, you got Jacksonville, then you got Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. All these is different.
Yeah.
This is a whole state.
Yeah, no question.
So the project right now, y'all. What's the next project y'all working on right now? That's coming out of Griselda.
That's coming out of Griselda. Well, I mean, West just dropped 10 last Friday, the Friday that just passed, and I think we're gonna do like another, project with the three of us. What was Sheen gonna do? Part 2 though. We did part 1 already. Sheen Gun Black, like I was saying, that's Benny's older brother. Like, he got killed. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the big homie. And so we just be trying to do everything to kind of like honor the homie and just keep his name alive.
That's how I started my career. When I started my career, when I got out of prison, a little later than I was supposed to because I got in trouble in a riot.
Yeah.
2 weeks after I was supposed to get out, my brother got killed. And I put in my mind I would have been in the car with him.
Yeah.
So when I started off my first album ever, I started off as if I was Hollywood getting killed. I named the album based on a true story. And a lot of people who didn't know Hollywood and didn't know Buddy Rowe, I let them know who it is. So shouts out to y'all for making sure y'all give him his flowers now that it's too late to give them to him when he's alive. But if you got somebody that's out there doing some real shit, somebody that's out there taking care of their hood, taking care of their children, somebody's out there repping they set, they gang, they block, give them their flowers now. Pay respects to them now, man. Because my age is getting out of prison after doing 15, 20, 30 years. A lot of you young dudes ain't gonna never get out.
Right.
A lot of you ain't gonna never get out. And don't be inspired and tricked and fooled by nothing you see on social media. Cause these dudes is not living like that. When they get caught, they gonna tell on your ass, boy.
100%.
It's time for us to eat, man.
Yeah,
it's time for us to eat. I ain't know what to cook for you. I'm telling CO, I'm like, find out what he eat. Then he said he don't eat no pork. I was like, well, he don't eat no pork. I know he ain't got no Geechee in him.
Yeah, man. No swine.
No swine, but
no swine.
We got some good old yellow. We got some good yellow rice. I got that 40-weight gravy smothered with that chicken thing.
Yeah, I see you.
Oh, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
And I'm smoking at the Liz right now. I'm smoking at Liz. This shit done kicked in.
We gonna be all right.
Yeah, that look and smell amazing, man.
Hey, don't forget about my plate.
See, let me tell you something. You don't eat meat, but this is chicken. You gotta eat some chicken today.
I might.
Man, eat flat or something. He ain't want no chicken. Let me give him some rice and gravy. Just
see, that's my dog. You know me.
Let me give him a little rice and gravy.
With the meat.
Nah, I don't know, but he eat girl, but he don't eat meat. I can't figure that out. I can't figure that out to save my life.
Appreciate you, King.
And we brought this for you too, because I know you know how to cook.
And we gonna bring that for him too right there. We got something else for you too. Don't worry. Here you go, see.
I appreciate that, bro.
One thing about this show, man, any artist that you're promoting, anything you're working on, even if you ain't in town, just give it to us. We gonna give you a shout out. You see, I just shout out that book that's doing good in the feds.
Yeah.
I ain't get paid for that.
Let me get an ashtray.
They ain't what.
Yeah,
go ahead, use the flow.
You got
Dump him on the floor. Yeah, boy.
Dump on the floor.
Yeah, this is my kitchen. I always get scrutinized by stuff I did in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Who gonna lead in prayer? See?
Oh, Conway.
Oh, man.
You gotta have some prayer. You done been shot. You done been hit 3 times, 1 in the face. You gotta know how to pray.
Man.
Let's go. Bow your head, please.
In the name of God, thank you for this food. Amen.
Amen.
Short and sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you got a lot going on too, man. What's up with drum work? Your label?
Yeah, I just started up something to just put the homies on, man, and some talented artists from my city, you know what I mean? And my one homie, he from Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? I've been knowing him for a while. And I don't know, I just felt compelled to kind of, you know what I mean, do what I can with my platform to help, you know what I'm saying? Get in position, man, get out the streets and doing all it, doing what they got to do to get by and survive. Like, nah, it's a better way. Thankfully, you know what I mean? Wes, you know what I'm saying? Benny and myself, we was able to, put a play together to get shit loopy, and man, you gotta pass that back off. You know what I mean? Like you did.
I'm gonna steal that word right now. Loopy, yeah. I want to get just hilarious. Me and you need to get it loopy. Yeah.
This gravy crazy.
Get it cracking.
Ooh, this gravy crazy.
For all you up and coming artists, if somebody come along help you get on your feet, give you the spark and the chance that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think next year you're gonna get released. Have some respect, man. Just respect the game.
At least what you say.
Don't think nobody gonna come sign you, blow you up, and then let you go.
Yeah.
And you ones that ain't getting signed, just keep working hard. Don't think we owe you. We don't owe you nothing, man.
Nah,
it's the game, man.
It's the game. It's the rap business.
It's the game.
Understand that first. It's called rap business. Get on top of your business. You feel
You
me?
said that about Shady Records too, right? Y'all was signed with Shady Records, right?
Right. Yeah, we had a deal with Shady Records. Me and Westside Gun. We did one album each. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm super grateful for that whole opportunity and that whole look. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Paul and them took a chance on us. You know what I mean? We was from we was from a city that's relatively like unheard of, not with all like that. Like Trick was saying, like people only think of like the boroughs. You know what I mean? And coming from upstate, we ain't really had nobody that blow from over there except Rick James. You know what I mean? We the first to pop out the city since Rick James.
And after that, y'all had Thurman Thomas.
Yeah, we had Thurman and shit like that.
And I hated Thurman Thomas' ass. every time he turn around, he knocking us off the playoff.
Tearing y'all ass up.
And then he get to the Super Bowl and get his ass whooped.
Definitely. Yeah, nah, man. Shout out Thurman. But yeah, so we did that. I just want to thank them, man. Every chance I get, every time I do something, you know what I mean? I make sure I thank them because they took a chance on us. You know what I mean? We ain't had no streaming history. This the era where you gotta have 1 million streams and YouTube views and all that. We was kind of older. We ain't had none of that, and they took a chance on us, man, and gave us a shot, and we ran with that shit and put on.
That's what's up.
So I'm thankful for them, man, for real.
See, that's what a real do. And let me tell you, I do my homework.
Yeah.
Before I bring anybody on this show, I make sure they're stand-up guys. I check their history.
What?
With that being said, we bought you something just for you, some dessert. Bring that thing on out, see? He bought you some dessert.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire right there. Hold on.
So Trick the right brick on that brick.
That's hard right there.
So either
I
way you
gotta
go,
hold this for a minute.
Okay.
You get a
way
brick
you
in your
go.
hands, you don't want to sit that down. You ready to, you feel me?
Conway, either way it go, we gonna eat.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
You eating too, man. You got a festival coming out too?
Yeah, I just did my first annual Drum Work Fest in August this year was the first one. Yeah.
We got to be on the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trina,
Absolutely.
How was
I
the
would
turnout?
love that. Sold out. We had about like 6,500 people. It was outside downtown by the water. Shit that, they don't really be letting
Ain't nobody
people
act
that
stupid.
look like us,
Ain't nobody act
utilize.
stupid out there, did it?
Nah, it was a couple little tussles, but it was like maybe like 2-3 tussles, but everybody got home safe, ain't nobody died, ain't nobody lose their life. But
No shooting.
No shooting, no stabbings. It was outside. It was, everybody, white people, black people, Hispanic, everybody from everywhere, all walks of life. It was gangsters, it was hip hoppers, it was ladies in the crowd. It was crazy. It was about 6,500 people. We did it outside, right downtown. They don't usually let, niggas that look like us utilize, had them type of platforms to do what we did. And the fact that we sold that out quick as hell, and it was a great time we put on for the city like that. I mean, I can't say enough about, shout out to OJ, definitely helped me facilitate that, and he pretty much put that shit together himself. Honestly,
Man, y'all hear that? If y'all know how to act, we can have more better things.
We can have more stuff, man.
Yeah.
We can be doing this shit up.
We don't have the Goon Bay no more, y'all notice, right?
Mm-hmm.
They moved Martin Luther King Parade, I keep telling y'all.
You got to cut that cake.
It started on 62nd,
Where's that now?
54.
Folks ain't going to be there.
That shit good as hell.
That thing tastes good.
Oh man,
That's all that matters. That's all we're concerned about.
You gonna cut that cake?
I'm not gonna cut into this bird on TV. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. What I am gonna do, I'm like to thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you tune in to the next episode. Remember, if you're ever in Miami, go by Sunday's Eatery. Get you
Sundays.
something real nice to eat.
Ooh.
Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get the fried ribs.
Hey, yo, man, Trick, yo, I appreciate y'all for having me on this shit. I be watching this shit. I love the show. You know what I mean? I see you just did a joint with Jay Cargill, you know, from AEW wrestling. You know, I'm big on that wrestling shit, me and Wes, so that's one of my favorite episodes. And, you know, I just love what you're doing, man, the platform, man. It's good to see you out here still having motion. You know what I mean? I've been a big fan from day one and continue. And, you know, you in my prayers, man. I wish you nothing but the utmost success, you and your team, man.
I appreciate you, man, for that, man.
Real talk.
And with the food in my mouth and everything. I got my part.
This is a part of the show. Y'all already know what we do. We about to cook it up with the Buffalo Bully, the CEO of Drum Work, straight out of Buffalo, New York. What's up, Conway?
You know it, man. I'm here. I'm
here?
here.
You in the city?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Man, thanks for coming, man. You gonna give us a hot 16 real quick?
Yeah, let me see what I got.
Just sit back and watch.
Hey, yo. Let me see what I got. I wear the sombrero to see my plug, that Chad Ocho shit. Pollo dish, sipping the Neho, he throw more bricks. Yo, oh shit, let's make a toast. We about to go home rich. One more flip, we ain't gonna have to sell no more bricks. I be having them salt soon as I throw on drip. That 30K you trying to save, I'm about to blow on kicks. Poke out your chest all you want, but don't you throw no fits. That'll only get you some broke bones quick. I'm Bones Jones Swift and bro gon' trip. Get on your ass and bro don't quit. I drop some shit and be like, bro don't miss. I'm as consistent as a coke nose drip. I send my young on those road trips. That's why I got her the rose gold kit and nose stones hit. I bet she had them broke sick. I tell her be still, that hoe gon' sit. Machine. Yeah.
The Buffalo Bully.
Yes,
Conway
sir.
the Machine.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love, bro.
You know it. You know it.
I got my pots.
Got my pots.
I got my pots.